Hello, everybody. Oh, let's bring this down. Hey guys, just gonna wait a couple of minutes for people to come through. So today's live stream is going to be dedicated to modeling chocolate. As you guys have requested, thank you everybody for your requests. Unfortunately, there's no cameraman for us today. That's kind of devastating. So it's just me, you, and this handy little tripod. Hi guys. Hello, Rosalind. Awesome. I'm going to just focus the camera now on what we're doing. And I have a new camera that I'm using, so it's so exciting. Finally, one that works. So basically, what you're going to need to make modeling chocolate are two very easy and simple ingredients to come by. This is just regular white chocolate. And I've zapped it in the microwave so that's nice and melted. And now what we're going to do is measure out our Karo syrup. So Karo syrup is, I'm going to show you guys what it actually looks like. Give me a sec. So this is what I'm going to be using. You can use regular glucose syrup as well. However, Karo syrup, or light corn syrup, sorry, is probably the best thing to go for. I've got 400 grams of white chocolate in here, and I'm going to add in about 65 grams worth of Karo syrup, or light corn syrup. So 60 grams worth, 65, doesn't really matter. The more you put, the softer your modeling chocolate is going to be. I'm actually going to switch this out for a spatula. And I'll have the recipe in the description box once this video is live on YouTube on public. And I'm going to gently stir that through. You want to be gentle with this or it's going to seize too early. So I'm going through the middle, around, folding it through, making sure to incorporate the two. You want to try to incorporate it as best as you can. However, it will start to seize. And that is perfectly normal. In fact, it's exactly what we want. So you can see here, it's starting to get that seizing coming through. And it's a really fine balance to this. I'm going to stop right here. It's always better to overmix than it is to undermix. And you'll know when it's good to stop because it's all coming together and it's coming off the bottom by itself. It's all kind of amalgamated. So we're going to stop it right here. And I'm going to wrap that in some Glad wrap or some plastic wrap. And I'm just going to go grab that. And this is white chocolate that I've used here. You could also do milk chocolate or dark chocolate for your modeling chocolate. Doesn't really matter. And the key to this is to let it set. So once you put it into, see how well that came off. Once you put it into your Glad wrap, wrap it up and keep it at room temperature. And this will have to sit here for probably a good 4 to 6 hours if you can. Now, we're not going to play charades for the next 6 hours. I actually have one that I prepared last night. So I'm going to let that sit at room temp. Just going to quickly wash my hands. And then here is one that I prepared earlier. And you can see just how stiff that sets up. So it's really tough. And what we're going to do with this now is unwrap it. If you can let it rest overnight, that's even better, by the way. So unwrap it, and it's really, really solid. So I'm going to use a knife to help me here. And just like fondant, you'll want to knead this back to softness. I'm going to zap mine in the microwave for like 3 seconds at a time until I have a nice soft consistency that's pliable, it's stretchy, and completely workable. So I'll be right back in 4 seconds time. that is 4 seconds in the microwave. I'm going to break this down to smaller bits so it's easier to knead. And the warmth from your hands will help you here as well. And just knead it on your counter. I'm not going to do the whole thing because it's kind of pointless. For the demonstration that I'm doing today, I only need a little bit. And I'm sure you guys have better things to do than watch me knead for 20 minutes. So I'm going to bring that back to softness. And you can just zap that in the microwave to soften it out a little bit more. I just put in for 4 seconds because I'm worried I might overheat it. And that'll cause it to break apart. So that's what we've got so far. And the more you heat it with your hands, the softer it will become. I'll also quickly mention I am going to be answering questions today. So I am going to glance over what you guys are writing too. Anyway, that is one done. I'm going to do maybe just another one, and then we'll get to making some flowers. Hi guys. Hello Pat Sitter and Angelica Rosalind. Hello Talia Cakes. Everybody's here today. Okay. Hello Epic Confections. Oh wow, this is really tough. Okay, I'm just gonna maybe pop that in the microwave. The warmth from your hands should be enough, but anyway, 2 seconds. The benefit to this is that it's like fondant really, but it tastes obviously a world better because it's chocolate. And who doesn't like chocolate? Okay, that's it. I am just going to knead this together and then we're going to start on some beautiful little roses. Okay. I recommend to roll this out with icing sugar if you can. To make it even softer, you just need to add a bit more glucose syrup into that. So mine's a little bit on the hard side, but it's still totally workable. And the fun thing about live stream is that if you stuff up, well, you kind of stuff up royally because you're live and you can't fix it. But anyway, we'll see how we go. I have made modeling chocolate before and it hasn't failed me. But because I am live, I can just imagine my luck. Okay. So that is rolled out pretty thin. It could be that I need to warm it up a little more actually, but I'm going to stick with this for now and see how we go. My favorite medium for cutting out circles is the piping tips. Oh, you know what? I think I might actually need to, we'll see how we go. I'm going to thin out the very edge of that circle and then roll it in on itself to create the bud. It is cracking a little bit at the edges. I tell you what, the great thing is now that we can troubleshoot this together live. I'm going to pop this back into the microwave and just let it soften out in the heat a little bit more. I'll be right back. All right, much better. Kati Gadia says, you're so amazing and I hope to be as good as you someday. Thank you, Gadia, it's sweet. And I'm positive you will be. I'm not that good. Is there any trick or hint if it's my first time making modeling chocolate? Honestly, it comes down to practice. But the thing is, I've noticed that adding more glucose syrup does create a much easier to work with modeling chocolate. The ratio is usually 1 to 5. So if you have, for example, 500 grams of chocolate, you would add 100 grams of glucose syrup. Is a general rule. Should really add something to the edge of that. Just make it easier to pop them out. Yeah, it comes down to practice and experimentation as well. Some people like to use, what do you call it? Candy mouths in place of modeling chocolate. I'm going to add some water. Ooh, that is still dark from the Halloween cake. And from there, I'm going to stick it onto that piece that we have and just wrap it around. So we're going to slowly build on our rose. This video might actually be a quick one, but I hope it's still as informative for you guys and useful as it can be. You guys are awesome. Yeah, so if you have any other questions, do shoot them through. That's what I'm here for. And we're literally just going to keep doing this. So around she goes. I'm always thinning out the very end there, not focusing too much on the bottom section. And see, I think, yeah, warmth is very important with this, just to help make it more pliable. I'm going to add maybe 2 more petals. I'm actually going to re-knead this. Angelic Sweetness asks, where can I get curry or corn syrup in Melbourne? They sell it at Bake Boss. They should have Bake Boss somewhere near you. Or otherwise, if you're in Melbourne City, there is, so I'm just going to warm my hands like this. There is a shop called Cake Deco, or Cake Deco Supplies now because they kind of sold the business. And they will definitely supply the curry syrup there too. Otherwise, Coles or Woolworths do have glucose syrup, but it's not as good as Caro. Okay. Sorry guys, it's a little bit on the stiff side today. Temperature does affect it too though, so if you're in really warm climates, it'll be much softer. If you're in cooler climates, like today is a bit of a cool day, then it's going to harden up a little. Anywho, we are almost done. And you can color this with regular gel food color as you normally would. This one here, I'm not going to seal in completely. I'm going to leave half of it unwrapped. I'm going to try to work quickly with this, just so it gives me time to keep it nice and flexible. Ooh, that's upside down. I'm going to feed it through in the middle there. And again, leave that unwrapped halfway. And while it's still a little bit flexible, I'm going to bring out the end of that petal. Ah, guys, dang it. It dried out. Oh my God. That's okay. I have had an epic fail over on Instagram. Oh my God, was that an epic fail? It was a live stream and I'd done shoes before, these little fondant booties. Oh my God, it was so embarrassing. It just didn't want to work. And anyway, I deleted that live stream for shame, but let's hope this isn't a repeat. Thank you, Talia. She says, you're fine, don't worry. I have fails on Instagram before. I feel you, girl. Love it. All right, so I'm going to call that our very small white chocolate modeling clay rose. As you can see there, it's really thick at the bottom, so I'm actually going to cut it here. And then you can reuse this for another project. Okay. That can go on your cupcakes, it can go on your cakes. Another awesome thing you could do is make cake toppers for the, I guess, for the side of your cake or on the top. So I'm gonna zap this in the microwave and I'll be right back and just give you one more demonstration of what you can do with this. And Debbie Blanford asks, hi Rosie, I imagine we would use gel food coloring before letting the chocolate set. Would the coloring impact the texture of the chocolate when you're using to make model flowers? You can actually add in right now. So after it's set, I'm gonna add in some gel food color. Powdered food color is really good to work with as well with modeling chocolate. Because it is densely a chocolate-based clay, you don't want to add too much gel at once because it could seize it. It shouldn't change texture because you're only adding a very little amount. I'm gonna pop down some more icing sugar and just knead that through. I was cheeky and I microwaved this for a little bit longer than 4 seconds, but that's just, that is lovely and pliable. So yeah, to answer your question, you can definitely just add regular gel color. Where do you store modeling chocolate, asks Valchero. At room temperature, if you can, that would be the best. Wrapped air tightly, otherwise it will dry, just like fondant. It behaves very similar to fondant and it will dry out quickly. Oh man, now look how pliable and soft it is. See, this would have been a beautiful rose. Anywho, where is my handy cutting tool? That's okay. I'm just going to use a spatula and I'm going to cut this across in strips. This is a really cool effect that you can create for your the top of your cake, just to add a little something different. And then you might, for example, make chocolate rolls or chocolate swirly things. And then you might kind of make a whole bunch of these, then add them on the side of your, chocolate swirly things, add them on the side of your cake. You can make those really simple roses as well, the type that you roll out like that, the rolled roses, and then maybe pinch the ends just to make it a little bit more realistic. So there's lots that you can do with this. Treat it just like fondant. You can wrap your whole cake in this. Lots and lots that you can do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this modeling chocolate demonstration. Thank you guys for being here today with me. I'm gonna go through some of these comments and just make sure that if there's anything I can answer, I can do it now. Elaine Millihem, sorry, I'm horrible at pronouncing names, asks, do you make your own modeling chocolate? Yes, I do. So that's what I've got here today with us. And I showed the recipe at the very start as well, so you can check that out afterward if you like. All right. Oh, hello, Cupcake Savvy. She says, great live stream, Rosie. Thank you. Just going all the way up again to see if I missed any questions. Awesome. I think you guys are all set. If you have any more, just leave them in the description box after this video goes live, which shouldn't be long because I officially have NBN now. So that's freaking awesome. It's a very fast internet, very excited. All right. Have a great day, guys. And I will catch you again on Tuesday. Bye for now.